Thomas Edison. American inventor, February 11th, 1847 to October 18th, 1931. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work. There is no substitute for hard work. If we did all the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. There's a way to do it better. Find it. Discontent is the first necessity of progress. Everything comes to him who hustles while he waits. Waste is worse than loss. The time is coming when every person who lays claim to ability will keep the question of waste before him constantly. The scope of thrift is limitless. I never did a day's work in my life. It was all fun. Nonviolence leads to the highest ethics, which is the goal of all evolution. Until we stop harming all other living beings, we are still savages. I never did anything by accident, nor did any of my inventions come by accident. They came by work. The three great essentials to achieving anything worthwhile are hard work, stick-to-itiveness, and common sense. Restlessness is discontent, and discontent is the first necessity of progress. Show me a thoroughly satisfied man, and I will show you a failure. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will instruct his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and the cause and prevention of disease. The reason a lot of people do not recognize opportunity is because it usually goes around wearing overalls, looking like hard work. There will one day spring from the brain of science a machine or force so fearful in its potentialities, so absolutely terrifying, that even man, the fighter, who will dare torture and death in order to inflict torture and death, will be appalled, and so abandon war forever. Be courageous. I have seen many depressions in business. Always America has emerged from these stronger and more prosperous. Be brave as your fathers before you. Have faith. Go forward. Religion is all bunk. There is far more opportunity than there is ability. I know this world is ruled by infinite intelligence. Everything that surrounds us, everything that exists, prove that there are infinite laws behind it. There can be no denying this fact. It is mathematical in its precision. I am proud of the fact that I never invented weapons to kill. It is astonishing what an effort it seems to be for many people to put their brains definitely and systematically to work. I find my greatest pleasure, and so my reward, in the work that precedes what the world calls success. His genius he was quite content in one brief sentence to define: of inspiration 1%, of perspiration 99. To my mind, the old masters are not art. Their value is in their scarcity. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Just because something doesn't do what you planned it to do doesn't mean it's useless. Hell, there are no rules here. We're trying to accomplish something. Being busy does not always mean real work. The object of all work is production or accomplishment, and to either of these ends there must be forethought, system, planning, intelligence, and honest purpose, as well as perspiration. Seeming to do is not doing. What you are will show in what you do. The value of an idea lies in the using of it. To invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. To have a great idea, have a lot of them. The chief function of the body is to carry the brain around. We don't know a millionth of 1% about anything. What a man's mind can create, man's character can control. I have friends in overalls whose friendship I would not swap for the favor of the kings of the world. Anything that won't sell, I don't want to invent. Its sale is proof of utility, and utility is success. The best thinking has been done in solitude. The worst has been done in turmoil. Great ideas originate in the muscles. Maturity is often more absurd than youth, and very frequently is most unjust to youth. One might think that the money value of an invention constitutes its reward to the man who loves his work, but I continue to find my greatest pleasure, and so my reward, in the work that precedes what the world calls success. When I have fully decided that a result is worth getting, I go ahead of it and make trial after trial until it comes. I start where the last man left off. The body is a community made up of its innumerable cells or inhabitants. Nearly every man who develops an idea works it up to a point where it looks impossible, and then he gets discouraged. That's not the place to become discouraged. Results? Why, man, I've got lots of results. I know several thousand things that won't work. They say President Wilson has blundered. Perhaps he has, but I notice he usually blunders forward.